What is up, everybody, and Happy New Year's. Today we're talking about the two weapons that are absolutely dominating console Titanfall 2, and that is the Hemlock and the Devotion, both of these weapons being exceptionally popular in the meta right now. This will probably be the only Hemlock video you see me using on the channel because I don't particularly find this gun very fun, nor do I find it to be a very fun playstyle. I think it sort of negates some of the best aspects of Titanfall 2, and my hope is that we see some balance, but a little bit more about that in a minute, because the good news is that Titanfall 2 got a ton of momentum over the Christmas break on Xbox Live, reaching concurrent player populations above 50,000 multiple times throughout the last holiday, week and a half, which is crazy. Today, which is a Monday, before work got out, I checked the population numbers on Xbox Live. It was 33,000 prior to work getting out on a Monday. Now, if you guys were looking at the population numbers about a month ago for Xbox Live, that was closer to 10 to 12,000. I did a video about this, and noticeably higher after the Christmas holiday. I think a big part of this new momentum is coming from the fact that a lot of top 10 lists of 2016, well-known lists, put Titanfall 2 very prominently within their list, and it deserves to be. I think this game is fantastic. I've yet to meet somebody who's picked it up and has said, dude, this was a total waste. I'm not enjoying it that much. I'm sure they're out there, but for the most part, I just haven't run with those circles. The PC population, I think, is still around 5,000 concurrent, which isn't unheard of for PC. It's not, overwhelming, but I think that's kind of just... We'll have to see what happens with the PC copy over the next year, and if that population sees any more spikes or growth. So then, what is next on the horizon, and what can be done with this momentum that Titanfall 2 currently has? I love the double XP event from Respawn. However, a roadmap is really necessary at this point. Players want to know what we're getting and when we're going to get it. The Angel City update was pretty cool. However, I think new maps are the biggest first priority. At least for myself, I would love to see some new maps entering into the rotation. A new Titan or a player class being introduced could completely freshen the sandbox up and be a really nice shot in the arm. Or some new game modes, they would definitely be appreciated. And oh yeah, there's this gun. So let's talk about the Hemlock. This gun is extremely powerful. It can one burst kill someone at 28 meters, which is not, it's not as close as you would hope. You can get some pretty ridiculous one burst kills. Now, if you run amped, only 2 shots in the 3-shot burst need to actually connect in order for you to get the kill. Personally, I don't like talking about weapon balance on the channel because it's ultra subjective. Some people may love it, some people may hate it. Is there a middle ground? Is there not? And with the Hemlock, I can say this: it has hindered the mobility system in the game. Players are less encouraged to use the awesome wall run into the super frickin' slides as you pop stim, bunny hop, jump on a Titan, hop on a roof, shoot somebody, get a battery, and hop on another Titan. That's my favorite part of this game. It's always fresh. However, the one-shot burst distance with the Hemlock and the damage you can put out at these long ranges discourages that kind of play. I mean, take a look at this clip here. Beginning of the game, I post up on this sight line, and I'm trying to keep them within their spawn. And if the enemies aren't using a Hemlock, it's extremely hard for them to compete or shoot back in this kind of gunfight scenario. That leads to less diversity of weapons. And to me, that leads to less players wanting to experiment with that great movement system. So as we had this big influx of new players, they didn't really experience the more SMG or R201 era during the first 3 or 4 weeks of Titanfall 2's console release. I do know on PC, the meta is very, very different, as are the tier lists. But for the Hemlock itself, I think it could be fixed by just a little bit of damage fall-off tweaking. I don't want this gun to go away forever. It occupies a nice space, but I would like to see its dominance reduced. And I think if you make it to where an extra shot or 2 is required, or an extra burst at longer distances to take enemy players out, less people will use this, and you'll see some more diversity popping up. However, there might be some players listening right now who are going, nope, I love this gun, you need to get good. There are plenty of build combinations and class combos that you can use to overcome this gun. I'd agree with you there, but however, I want to know what you guys think about the Hemlock. What would you do if you were a Respawn designer? What would you do with this weapon in order to tweak it? Or maybe not. Maybe you would leave it exactly where it is. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'd love to know too when you started playing, because if you're a new holiday player, you're coming into the Devotion and Hemlock time of the game, you maybe didn't experience the SMG or R201 period of the first month of the console release. But overall, if they don't touch this gun for another month, I don't see it wrecking anybody's experience too terribly badly. We're not at the point yet where it's They have to change this or I'm putting the game down. At least for me personally, it hasn't reached that point yet. Still trying out different builds and different weapons, and I'm very excited to see what Respawn brings for us in 2017. From what they've said, it looks like new stuff is on the way pretty quick. I don't know why they haven't given us a more detailed roadmap, but hopefully that's coming very soon. Thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know with a like. Have a great week, and we'll talk with you soon.